Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? I don't know how many people we're going to get out. It is Sunday afternoon. It's not super great time frame, but we need to get this done. So that we can get these things shipped out to my patrons. How's it going, Bob? It's going all right, man. Just trying to get these grab bags done so that I can get them mailed out to my patrons. I need to do a few things. Canada have time change too? Yes. I believe so. It is 2:18, is that correct? I believe so. You see, Bob, the problem for me is that I don't really have clocks in my house. We pretty much rely on our PCs and our phones to tell the time now. So, like, the only clocks in our house would be, like, the oven and the microwave. And we never really set those to begin with. So you know, those could be wrong, and we wouldn't really know. We wouldn't really know. But it is 2 o'clock, not 3 o'clock. I don't know if we're going to get too many people out. I have no idea, to be honest. We might not get anybody out. Who knows? That's what I was just going to do. I was just going to ping out and let people know. So let me just get my keyboard up here. So that's that. And then I go to Twitterverse. Tweety McTweeterverse. And we go to... I think if you go to... Go to here. That we say... like that. There you go. That might get some more people out. We'll see. Alphonse, how's it going? You have an actual clock still? At least I'm up normally. You do these earlier. Yeah, I mean, like, normally I do them earlier in the day when I have some time. But today I had to do a bunch of things around the house and get some editing done for this week for my videos. So I didn't have time to film it this morning. And so I just finished doing that stuff. So I have time now. I want to film these, get them done so that I can mail them out. Because the post office closes at 5 p.m. today. So I wouldn't mind getting them over there before that, if I can, so that they'll get mailed out tomorrow. Because if not, then they won't get mailed out until Tuesday, most likely. So we'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk a little bit about what's going on. So, as most of you will know, with our... Ooh, let me get rid of that so that we can actually get rid of the Nerdvana logo. All right, so we have all our patrons listed on cards. Okay, and these fine folks are going to get some grab bags. The grab bags consist of 2 rares, 6 bulk pulls, and 1 foil pull, and then 1 pull from the blue sleeves, which are commons and uncommons worth $1 or more. Hey, Biker Boy, how's it going, man? I hope you're doing well. I hope your Sunday is treating you kindly. So what we do is we do a grab bag. So everybody gets that. Okay. Now, any patron of mine that continues their patronage from month to month gets added into the extra patron pool. And what that is it's this pile of cards. And the reason this is because the patronage, that money that you are giving to me to help support the channel, goes directly into buying the packs that I open for One of Everything Wednesdays. I literally take that money every month. I go out to a couple shops and I buy all the packs that they have available. Now, the amount of money that I get from Patreon actually doesn't... it's close. Most of the time I end up spending a little bit more than what I make from the Patreon, but that's okay. It's not the purpose. I like doing that series, so I'd probably do it even without the Patreons, like the patrons and stuff, but like, you know, it helps. So what I do is I take all the cards of interest or value that get pulled out of that One of Everything series, and I put them into a pile called the patron pile. And that's what this is. And any patron who continues their patronage from month to month gets a pull from this pile added to their grab bag. Now, the last person that gets pulled each month, the last person that gets pulled from this pile each month, we shuffle this up and make it random, gets a grand prize. And that's what this stack is. And this stack is cards that I had purchased personally, or things that are in my collection that are over $40. Okay? Or things that we had pulled from the One of Everything Wednesdays that are over $40, I should say. So, for instance, we have a Rugged Prairie. Not necessarily over $40, but I had purchased it specifically to be a grand prize. We have a Sunken Ruins, which also had been purchased to be added to this pile. We then have a foil doubling season from Guilds of Ravnica. And by not Guilds of Ravnica, I mean Ravnica City of Guilds. That's the one. The original Ravnica. And then we have a foil Wasteland that we pulled just recently out of our One of Everything series. Now, this is a new one. This is something that I've added to the pile. And this is something that's, you know, I'm toying with. This is a grand prize, and what this grand prize is something a little different. It's not actually a magic card. You don't get this card. This card that's in here is not the reward. This card is a land that is signed by me. And you don't get this card. This is just to represent that if you get this pull out of the grand prize, you walk home with one of these. Your choice. And these are 3D printed deck boxes made by our good friend Richard Corwin. He sent these over to me. And they are magnetized. And you can see that they have a section for 60 card deck plus 15 card sideboard plus tokens. Double sleeved. And then of course there's, you know, this is a prototype one that he sent me, I think, but I'm gonna give it away, I think, if people are interested, because there seemed to be a lot of interest last time when we talked about it, that people wanted a deck box with my company logo on it, which I'm totally fine with spreading. People will be like, what is that? That's kind of cool. Where'd you get that from? Right? But you get the choice. So if you get that land, you get to pick one of these deck boxes. Now, you say to yourself, well, but MrBevers, eventually you'll run out of the deck boxes. That's correct. I will run out of deck boxes. So like once this gets drawn 3 times, we won't have any more deck boxes until I buy more. Because I'm going to buy some from Rick, and I'm going to keep this as a I think I'm going to keep this land in this pile of grand prizes so that every month someone has the chance to win a deck box. Because these are pretty solid and they're pretty nice. And I'm pretty happy with them. So this will give Rick some business, which I think is great. And then it will also mean that my patrons get something that's very useful. Something that they can use even if they're not, you know, playing with the cards that they win. Like if they're not using this or they get it and they're like, I don't know what to do with this, so they just sell it. Fine, that's fine, right? But this is something that no matter what deck you're playing, whether you're playing green or blue or black or whatever colors you're playing, you can use a deck box. Everybody can use a deck box. Especially something that's nice and heavy duty. So, that's the plan. I hope everyone's on board with this plan. If not, you can let me know in the chat or in the comments of this video. And hopefully, we get there. Hopefully we get there. Sorry, I'm just shuffling these. I know that it was off camera. I know that it was off camera there for a moment, but just shuffling so that you can see there's still 5 here. They're all still here, see? There they are. I am doing all right, Biker Boy. I apologize I didn't answer you sooner. I was just sort of... I was on a roll with what I was explaining. So I hope you're still hanging around and that you heard my response. I did see you, and I did respond. I know it's middle of the day on Sunday. People are going to be busy. They're going to be at their game stores. They're going to be, you know, out and about with family, friends. I will indeed, Biker Boy. I will. Hello, Jordan. How's it going? We haven't started yet, but I was talking about things. These deck boxes from Rick have been added to the grand prize pool. And by that I mean one of them has been added to the grand prize pool, and whoever wins it, if they get it, gets to pick one of the 3. The red, the green, or the black. So, without further ado, I guess we should show off some of this too, because we have added a lot. Like, look at this pot. This is a stack. This is a stack, fat stack of cards now. I've delayed your cleaning. I apologize, Bob, but only a little bit. So we've got a Vindicate, we've got a Windswept Heath, we've got a Subterranean Tremors, Dictative Crewfix, Foil Flameblade Adept, because for some reason it's over $1. Rishkar's Expertise, Gisheth Sun Avatar, Razaketh. This is a set of full art lands, so you get one of every type plus a waste. Diabolic Revelations, Elvish Spirit Guide, Conchhorn, Ordric Master Tactician Foil, Serum Visions, Temporal Trespass, Mirari's Wake, Heliod, God of the Sun, Lotus Bloom, Croson Grip, Cleansing Nova, Imperial Recruiter, Ancestral Vision, Sunbird's Invocation, Nissa Steward of Elements, Entreat the Angels, Foil Niv Mizzet, Draco Genius, Inventor's Fair, Bloodbraid Elf, Foil Deeproot Waters, Risk Factor, Crucible of the Worlds, Greater Good, Pernicious Deed, Zetalpa, Uncage the Menagerie with another mythic, Summon the Pack. Summon the Pack is the mythic that you get with Uncage the Menagerie, because I figured that was fitting. I figured those two together were fitting. Uncage the Menagerie, which is search your library for up to X creature cards with different names that each have converted mana cost X. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. And Summon the Pack is open a pack of magic cards, a sealed pack. Put all creatures that are in that pack into play under your control. A Full Art Mountain from Unstable, Ripjaw Raptor, Reliquary Tower, and a Herald of Anguish. Those are the new cards that got added. Minus a few at the front there, but we still have Rites of Flourishing, Rule of Law, Shivan Reef, Ashnod's Altar, Ensnaring Bridge, Narset Transcendent, Mize Desire, Hollow One, Esper Charm, Stolen Strategy, Erebos, Cryptic Command, Foil Gitu Lava Runner, Fortified Village, Forest from Unstable, Primal Amulet, Is this still? Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'll have to double check that. Regal Behemoth, Temple of Silence, Anger, Armageddon, Brago, Cannon Slough or Slew, Austere Command, Dictator Crufix again, Island from Unstable, Spreading Seas, Fiendslayer Paladin, Promo Steel Leaf Champion, Kiora the Crashing Wave, Full Art Foil Plains from BFZ, Foil Growing Rights of Itlamok, Drowned Catacombs, Foil Fountain of Renewal, Corrosive Mentor, Whisper Wood Elemental with another. I'll have to double check that. It's another mythic in there. Patriarch's Bidding, Foil Necropotence, Lightning Bolt, and Bedlam Reveler. The other rare that's in with the Whisperwood is an Essence of the Wild, mythic from Innistrad. So there you go. We have a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff in this pile, so patrons are going to get some pretty sweet stuff. Some pretty nice things being given away. And I always make sure, I always price check everything before I add it to the patron pile, but I don't price check it again once it's been added. So if it's in there, it just stays in there. And so if you get something that's not super valuable anymore, I apologize. But you'll have to just message me and let me know, and then maybe we can work something out. It's a thick stack. It sure is, Jordan. It sure is. Alright, we're just kind of shuffling up here. You remember when I almost ran out, right? I almost ran out. There was 1 month where we were like very short, and it was because we had opened up a bunch of packs from stores that just didn't have anything. Didn't have anything of interest. Like we got like 1 or 2 cards, but like nothing crazy, right? And we're handing out, I think about what, 20, I want to say 27, somewhere in there. We're handing out about 27 cards each month now, right? So if we don't add, you know, somewhere around that range, then we don't, you know, we will run out again, right? Now, that being said, I have plenty of stuff that I can add so that there's always going to be a patron pile. It's just not going to be stuff that's going to come from the one of everything, that's all. Now, the reason I added the deck boxes to the grand prize and not to the patron pile is because to ship them out is going to cost me more than what you're paying into your patron amount. So like most of you are at the $8 to $10 range, and it's going to cost me that, if not more, just to ship out the deck box, let alone your grab bag. So that's why it's in this pile and not in that pile. In case you're wondering. In case you're wondering. So, we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 lucky patrons. So there you go. We're handing out 25 cards this month. Let's get started. First up is Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike V. Mike V, what are you walking away with? Mike V, you're walking away with the Uncage the Menagerie and Summon the Pack. There it is. Thank you, Mike, for your continued patronage. I really appreciate it. Who's up next? MTG Unpacked is next. Walking away with that Corrosive Mentor as his extra. So there you go. MTG Unpacked is a little bit different because we're not going to do his grab bag on stream. Because he likes to open it on his channel. And if you haven't checked out his channel, make sure you go check it out. Evan, Mr. Evan C. Mr. TCG Value Hunter. Or Costa MTG, if I believe is his channel name now. Is going home with a Drowned Catacomb from Core 2013. Thank you, Evan, for your continued patronage. Go check out his channel as well. I don't know how much he's doing these days on his channel, but he's definitely done some stuff in the past. Carl! Carl! You're walking home with a Herald of Anguish, my friend. Nice little mythic for you. Thank you so much, Carl, for your continued patronage. Really appreciate it. Mr. Joe. Joe B, you're walking home with a Regal Behemoth, or Behemoth. Thank you, Joe, for your continued patronage. I really appreciate it. What's next? Jonathan. Jonathan's walking home with a Crucible of the Worlds. There you go, Jonathan. I hope you're ready to play some sweet land destroy / some sort of land recursion deck. Because there you go. Lucas, you're walking home with that Full Art Island from Unstable. Congratulations. It's a nice little like $4 or $5 card right there. Matthew N, Mr. Viking MTG, right there. Go check out his channel. Walking home with an Ancestral Vision. Very nice. There you go. Matthew, thank you so much for your continued patronage. Travis is next. Walking home with that Windswept Heath. Very nice. Little fetch land. Travis, thank you so much for your continued patronage. I really appreciate it. Mr. Matthew Waters. Walking home with that Full Art Mountain from Unstable. And Matthew has a ×2. And what that means is he's going to get 2 grab bags. We got Gamer Geek next. Walking home with a Sunbird's Invocation. Thank you, Gamer Geek, for your continued patronage. I really appreciate it. Jordan's here in chat right now. Jordan, what are you walking home with? You're walking home with the Cleansing Nova. Very nice standard playable right now. Hope you're playing standard. And I hope you need another copy of that, because there you go. You've got one now. Eric is next. Eric's walking home with a Cryptic Command. There you go, Eric. Thank you so much for your patronage, guys. I really appreciate it. Rick C. Mr. Rick himself, the man who made those deck boxes. You're walking home with a Bloodbraid Elf, my friend. Thank you again for your continued patronage. Chris R. is next. Chris R. is walking home with a Fiendslayer Paladin. There it is. Thank you, Chris, for your continued patronage. I really appreciate it. Mr. Father Frodo, walking home with a Conch Horn, or Conch Horn. There it is. Nice little Fallen Empires card. Hope you're ready. I don't know if you have cards from back then, but now you do. A Ken C is next. Walking home with that Elvish Spirit Guide. There it is. Tony is next. Tony, walking home with an Ashnod's Altar. Very good little uncommon there. There you go, Tony. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. Cole F is next. Cole's walking home with a Razaketh, the Foul-Blooded. Thank you, Cole, for your continued patronage. Kyle C is next. Kyle C is walking home with a Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt from Masters 25. Thank you, Kyle. There we go. Ian is next. Ian's walking home with a Kiora, the Crashing Wave. There it is. Ian, thank you so much. Kairu is next. Walking home with that Bedlam Reveler. This card is so cool. I really like it. It costs so much mana to play, but the idea is that you can reduce it down, and then it makes your spells sweet. Logan walking home with that Inventor's Fair. Sorry, Logan. We gave you a land, but it wasn't an unstable land. Sorry, man. But Inventor's Fair, pretty nice. Next up, Dustin C. Walking home with that Foil Plains from BFZ. There it is. Very nice. Thank you, Dustin, for your continued patronage. And last, but not least, the man, the myth, the legend, the broke honky, who's not so broke no mo, because he's going to get one of these sweet, sweet grand prizes. Kyra, you just woke up. I mean, yeah, I guess it's pretty early for you, right? I know where you're located, so it's pretty early for you out on the West Coast, right? So, all right. We still have a lot of good stuff in the patron pile for next month. Holy moly. Broke Hockey. Now, this man right here has been a longtime supporter of mine. He, in fact, buys cards from me, from my shop, and he doesn't like buying from pretty much anyone else. So, there you go. Now, he's also contacted me a lot of times on Patreon to ask about purchasing cards because my shop is down still, and I really need to get to it and get back and fix it and get it up and running again. And I really apologize to all my patrons who are waiting for it to get back up there. But if you do need cards and you're a patron and you message me on Patreon, let me know. Three off from those yellow sleeves. That's right. You were close, man. You were close. You were super close. So, Mr. Broke Honky. Mr. Broke Honky himself has won himself one of these 5 cards. Now, there is some good stuff in here. Those of you just joining won't know yet, but if you were to go back and watch the beginning of this VOD, I will mention that I have added these deck boxes that Rick made. These fine deck boxes, one of these 3, choice of the winner, is one of these cards now. And so if you pick, or if you get the deck box and you pick which one you want, I will ship it out to you with your grab bag in it. That's right. You heard me. So, shall we roll? We should roll, right? Because Broke Honky's not here. We need a D6, don't we? We are in need of a D6. Or do we want a D10? Let's use a D6. A D10 would be fine too, probably. But let's use a D6. Let us use a D6. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On a 6, we'll just reroll. Five it is. 5 it is. So what did he not win? He didn't win the deck box. No deck box. That could be good or bad, right? No foil wasteland. No sunken ruin. No doubling season. Foil doubling season. Go dark on a 6 and no one wins? That doesn't seem like it's in the spirit, Bob. So, Mr. Broke Honky, you have won yourself an expedition. It is a rugged prairie expedition. Congratulations, sir. There it is. Look at that. You were all like, it'll never happen. And boom, it happened. That's right, sir. We got there. You did it. So, you can see. The idea here is that we have 3 deck boxes to give away right now. So there is approximately 6 more grand prizes to win. So we should be set up for a little while, which is nice. Hopefully we can pull some bigger hits from our One of Everything series and get there. So, without further ado, those of you who are just joining us who don't know anything about this is the grab bag stream. Welcome, everyone. The way the grab bag stream works is this is the grab bag box. These are rares, all rares. Both of these rows are all rares. These rows are all bulk. Okay, but in the bulk, there's the chance to pull a basic land with a signed, with a signature on it, which will give you a pack of any standard set that I currently have available to me. So right now I have Ixalan, Dominaria. Those are the only 2 available to me right now. Because I don't have any Return to Ravnica packs kicking around, and I don't have any M19 packs kicking around. So right now it'll have to be one of those 2 sets. There's also the chance of getting a bundle. I do have bundles of the newest set, which is Guilds of Ravnica. So you will win a bundle of Guilds of Ravnica if you pull a bundle out of here. Okay, there's 1 on each side. 1 on each side. These are all foils. Everybody gets 1 pull from the foil pile. They could be rare, they could be mythic, they could be uncommon, they could be common, they could be promos. Lots of options in this. This is the commons and uncommons worth $1 or more. So no matter what you get out of here, you're always going to walk away with at least $1 or more in value from these cards. Chances are you generally walk away with more than $1 in value of cards. But, you know, you get a lot of usability, and there will be some cards in here that maybe you've never seen before, or maybe you don't have in your own collection, and you'll get them. Because there is a lot of bulk in here from older sets, like Tempest and Alliances and things like that. Uncommon Force of Will, right? There are no Force of Wills in this uncommon pile. I generally try to keep the uncommon pile somewhere between the $1 to $10 range. If it's over that, I generally put it into the rare pile, or I put it into like the patron pile or something like that. But I have not put any uncommons or commons in this pile that are like crazy, ridiculous hits. Someone did hit a foil out of here 2 months ago that was worth like $15. So, and that was like a foil uncommon from Saviors or Betrayers of Kamigawa. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, without further ado, let's do the first person, which is Broke, Mr. Broke Honky himself. Mr. Broke Honky himself. Let me get my bags ready. Get my bags ready. There you go. See, my bags. Here they are. There they are. Mr. Broke Honky, you're first. What are we doing for you? Let's pull some rares for you. Boom. You're getting a Falcon Wrath Gorger. Ho, ho, ho. You just got here? Hey, a Broke Honky. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. And you're getting a Dragon Skull Summit. Oh, do you want to see it? You got that Rugged Prairie, man. You won the grand prize this month. Weight of the Underworld. Strength of Arms. Borrowed Grace. Multani's Decree. Betrayal. And Sun-Crested Pterodon. And your foil is a foil Riftbolt. Looks pretty sweet too, by the way. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more. Boom! Bloodbraid Elf. There it is. There it is. Missed it? Who missed it? You missed it? You saw it, Bob. Don't worry about it. Ha! Leovold is old. I lost that bet. Well, listen, you don't owe me anything, man, but there it is. I told you that, didn't I? I think you mentioned it. You were like, oh, you know, the day I win, I'll get you a Leovold. And I was like, well, you know, there's always that chance. There's always that chance. And look, it happened. It happened. Unpacked, how you doing, man? Who is next? We're not pulling your grab bag on stream, by the way, Unpacked, just so that we're clear. Dustin C is next. He's walking away with that foil Full Art Plains from BFZ. And he's getting a SRAM's Expertise and an Outpost Siege. If you haven't checked out MTG Unpack's channel, definitely should. You're getting a Harmonize, a Tishana's Wayfinder, and a Renegade's Tactics, as well as an Expedition Raptor, a River Darter, and a Flame Speaker Adept. Mainly because he's now started up a Patreon, so you might want to go check it out. You're walking away with a foil Logic Knot. That's pretty nice, actually. You're cracking out guild kits. Nice. Hey, Arvagos. Don't worry about it. And, ooh, foil. We already pulled your foil, didn't we? Yeah, we already pulled your foil. We're pulling an uncommon for you. Uncommon for you is a Blood Artist. There it is. There you go, Dustin. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. We'll get you all sleeved up here into a bag so that I can keep y'all separate. This makes my process a little bit easier on my side. Who's next? Logan! Logan is next. Logan is walking away with that Inventor's Fair. So, Logan, what do we got for you? Boom! An Arashin Foremost and an Angel of Deliverance. Double white rare. Ragemonger. Drag Under. Geist of the Archives. Vessel of Ephemera, Vitalize, and Horror of the Broken Lands. And your foil? Your foil is a Borderlands Marauder with a Daze. There you go, Logan. Thank you so much for your patronage. We'll get you all bagged up here. There it is. Boom. Logan, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Next up is Kairu. Walking away with that Bedlam Reveler as his extra pull. And next is a SRAM Senior Edificer and An Invocation of Saint Traft. And your commons and uncommons, let's see here. Boom. We got a flip card. Pious Evangel. Decommission. Turn Aside. Vessel of Paramnesia. Panther Warriors. That's right, Panther Warriors. And a Morbid Hunger. And your foil? Boom, this one. A Zotaic Cavern from 25. Masters 25. And your common or uncommon worth $1 or more? Utopia Sprawl. There it is. Very nice. And that's from Dissension, by the way. It's not from the 25 reprint. It is from the original set. Hey, Corbin, how's it going? Alright, no problem, Bro Conky. Good luck with your standard showdown, man. Congratulations on winning the grand prize, man. Alright, who's next? Ian. Ian is next, and Ian gets 2 grab bags. So, Ian, walking away with that Kiora, what's your first grab bag gonna look like? Let's look. Boom. Sigarda's Aid. And Invocation of Saint Traft. Interesting. 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 Naga Oracle. Duskdale Worm. Bloodbriar. Unknown Shores, which shouldn't be in there. Goblin Trailblazer. And we'll pull you another, because you shouldn't have the land. And you get a Pendril Drake. And your foil is an Olivia's Dragoon. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more. Boom! Path to Exile. There it is. That is grab bag number 1 for Ian. Let's just get that into a bag here, like so. Grab bag number 2, Ian. Ready? Lost Legacy. And this one. A Profane Procession. Very nice. That's a nice little removal spell. Emerge Unscathed. Spell Rupture. Bloodbriar. Inquisition Ox. Inquisitioner's Ox. Barrel Down Skozenzan or something like... I don't know how to pronounce that. Sokenzan? Sokenzan. And a Palace Familiar. And your foil is an Unknown Shores. There you get a foil Unknown Shores to go with that other Unknown Shores we pulled for you. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is a Lightning Bolt from 3rd edition. There it is. Unlimited? Kind of looks like unlimited. There it is. So there you go, Ian. Thank you so much for your patronage. Enjoy your sweet Lightning Bolt and your Kiora and your Path to Exile. There it is. Got you all bagged away there. Kyle C is next, and he's walking away with a Lightning Bolt too. Not a Lightning Bolt from 3rd edition, but it is still a Lightning Bolt. Alright, Kyle gets 2 grab bags as well, so let's see what he's going to get. He's going to get an Insidious Will and a Rattle Chains. 2 blues. Let's see what else we can get you. Ondu War Cleric, Lotus Path Jin, Nest Invader, Fire Whip, Thunderous Wrath, and an Erdwald Illuminator. And your foil. Let's pull your foil first. Boom, foil. Foil, Lifecraft Awakening. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is the Swords to Plowshares. There it is. Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Alright, Kyle, let's pull your next grab bag. Boom. This one. A Grand Architect. Very nice little rare, actually. And a Tunnel Ignis. Weird that you got 2 rares from Scars of Mirrodin, but hey, it happens. Immobilizer Eldrazi. Seal of Primordium. Mirror Moon Vessel. Oppressive Will. Fog Elemental. And Ronin Cavekeeper. And your foil? Let's pull from here. How about a foil Malfunction? And your common or uncommon with $1 or more? A Long-Term Plans. Very nice. From Scourge. It's a very nice card, actually. There you go, Kyle C. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. Get you all bagged up here like so. Boom! Gotcha. Ride the lightning. Cole F is next, and Cole F is walking away with that Razaketh, the Foul Blood. Boom! Titan of the Eternal Fire, and a Dark Intimations. Witness the End. Woodland Patrol. Demolish. Untamed Hunger. Drooling Grudion. And Inner Fire. And your foil is a nice Consulate Turret. Nice little artifact with some energy. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is a counterspell. There it is. Thank you so much, Cole. I really appreciate your patronage. I hope you enjoy your grab bag. Let's get you here. Right in that little bag there. Boom. Done and done. Who's next? Tony. Tony's next. Tony's walking away with that Astronaut's Altar. All right, Tony, let's see what we can get for you. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? SRAM's Expertise. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Commune with the Gods. Wonder. Burst Lightning. Scour the Laboratory. Charge across the Araba. Araba? Charge across the Araba. And Diminish. And you've got a foil Carbonize. Your common or uncommon with $1 or more? A Lightning Bolt. There it is. Riding that lightning, like they say. There you go, Tony. Thank you so much for your patronage. I hope you enjoy your grab bag. And there it is. Another month done. When will the shop be back up? Man, I was hoping to have the shop back up by the end of August. It's November now, right? Shit. I ran into a lot of problems getting the shop back up. And I just haven't... The problems that I had were due to, like, things that were out of my control, unfortunately. And it just kind of, like, drained me of the energy to just deal with it. Do you know how, like, when you get into one of those moods where you're just like... Ah, man. Man. And, like, the thing about it is that, like, I really need to get it up. Because selling the singles that I open in all my other videos and stuff is basically how I maintain the channel. And if I'm not doing that, I'm basically just bleeding myself dry of money. So I do need to get it back up. I hope to have it back up before the end of the year. Let's put it that way. I'm hoping that I get to work on it at some point this month. So we'll see. We'll see. Ken C. walking home with that Elvish Spirit Guide. What else is he getting? Rare. SRAM's Expertise. We've handed out a lot of SRAM's Expertise this week. Blood Baron of Viscopa. Vessel of Malignity. Root Out. Fiend Bender. Oracle of Dust. Ward of Lights. And Baloth Pup. And your foil is a foil Treasure Keeper. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more, Ken, is a counterspell from Mercadian Masks. There you go. So there you go, Ken. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. Boom. Done and done. There we are. Who's next? Father Frodo is next. And he's walking home with that conch horn, or conch horn, however you want to pronounce it. Father Frodo, what are you getting for your grab bag? Your grab bag is an Authority of Councils and a Rootbound Crag. And Birthing Hulk, Grizzled Angler, Grim Contest, Ironclad Slayer, Gainsay, and Giant Spider. And you're getting a foil Primal Visitation from Gatecrash. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more... Is it Darkmoor Salvage? There you go, Father Frodo. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your conch horn, or whatever you want to call it. There it is. Boom! Listen, Bob, I want to get it up before that. If I can. But, you know, it's called time permitting. There's a whole bunch of setup that has to be done. It took me about a month to get everything set up properly when I first did it, back in, I want to say June, July. And at the end of July, there was an issue with it that they had to basically just rebuild my entire database. So it blew away all of the things that I did. It blew away everything. All of the settings, all of the product I put in, all of the icons I uploaded and set up, and color schemes and design for the website. Like, it just... How fast can you say common, uncommon, worth $1 or more? Common, uncommon, worth $1 or more. Common, uncommon, worth $1 or more. Common, uncommon, worth $1 or more. I don't know. It's not easy. It's for sure. And so Chris R is walking home with that Fiend Slayer Paladin. Let's see what Chris is gonna get. Beast Caller Savant. Call the Gatewatch. Stern Constable. Goblin Freerunner. Descendant of Saramaro. Impeccable Timing. And a Rotten Heart Ghoul. And your foil is a foil Death Gazer from 9th edition. So you get a nice black bordered 9th edition card, which doesn't happen very often. And your commoner uncommon with $1 or more is a Delver of Secrets. There it is. Chris, thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. Let's get you all bagged up here, like so. And let's fix this a little bit so that we can, like, maybe have these actually fit in this box. There we go. Boom. Who's next? Rick. Rick C is next. For those of you who missed out, we did add some of these deck boxes to the patron giveaway. Nobody was lucky enough to win one this month, but maybe next month. Maybe next month. So they are sitting there. They are a grand prize. If you get this card from the grand prize pool, you have your choice of any of those deck boxes that I just showed. And by that I mean there's a black one with my logo, there's a red one with an eye, and there's a green one with an eye. So there you go. If you're watching this video on a rerun, you will already know this because I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream. If you're here turning into the stream late, now you know. Now you know what's up. So Rick is next. Rick was walking away with that Bloodbraid Elf as his extra. Let's see, he gets 2 grab bags. So let's see what his first grab bag is. Kuldotha Phoenix from Scars of Mirrodin. And a Sigiled Sword of Valerian from M19. Dauntless Cathar. Werebear. Orzko's Sun Guide. Orzko's Sun Guide. Kite Sail. Timberland Guide. And a Zulaport Cutthroat. Foil. Your foil is a Burenton Forge Tender. Very good card, actually. Very nice. And your common or uncommon worth $1 or more is Pyretic Ritual from M11. So that's your first grab bag, Rick. Let's see what your second one is. Boom! SRAM Senior Edificer. So many SRAM and SRAM's expertise. Handwear Garrison. Ethereal Guidance. Kazul's Toll Collector. Servant of Neferox. Sparkmage Gambit. Ooh, a booster pack. A booster pack and another Werebear. My goodness, we're gonna do Werebear. A foil Bloodshot Trainee. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more. An Eternal Witness. There it is. Now, Rick, I will talk to you and I will ask you what booster pack you want because I have Dominaria and I have Ixalan. But I don't have any guilds. So I will message you and we will talk. And then I will open up a pack for you and I will make sure that it gets shipped out. For those of you watching who are here live, if you win a booster pack, you can pick between those 2 sets. Or you can tell me that you want a guilds pack and then you'll have to wait for me to open it. That's just how this is going to work. Because, unlike smart people, I am not prepared. This is how this works. Eric is next. He's walking home with that cryptic command. Eric, your grab bag is going to be a Dimensional Infiltrator and a Trait Doctoring, along with Kejin of the Vanishing Touch, Phyrexian Rager, Crack Clan Shaman, Chain Flinger, Butcher's Glee, and a Slaughterhorn. And your foil is a Promised Kanushi from Saviors of Kamigawa. And you're walking home with a Snow-Covered Mountain. Look at that. It's a beauty. It's a beaut. It's a beauty beaut. There you go, Eric. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. There is your grab bag. Steve the Great Unprepared. That is correct, Bob. That is correct. Jordan, who is here, it's time for your grab bag, man. Let's see what you get. You're walking home with that Cleansing Nova. Let's see what your rares are. Boom, Gonti. Who doesn't like a Gonti? And you've got a Frontline Medic. Very nice. That Gonti, though. You're walking with an Uninvited Geist, Vampire Envoy, Putrefy, very nice removal spell. Baloth Pup, Near Hearth Pilgrim, and a Call the Bloodline. Call the Bloodline was a solid card in Shadows over Innistrad. That card was amazing. Pay 1, discard a card, put a 1/1 black vampire with lifelink onto the battlefield. Only use it once each turn. But it turned on your Madness cards. That card was broken and limited. It was very good. And your foil is a Shieldmate's Blessing, mainly because it allowed you to cast your Madness cards for their Madness cost, which is generally cheaper than their regular casting cost, but it also gave you a 1/1 lifelinker. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more, Spell Snare. Very nice. From Dissension, by the way, not a reprint. So there you go, Jordan. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. There's your grab bag for this month. You still gotta assemble your snack packs for your patrons? Man, tell me about it. When isn't it a busy weekend, right? MTG Unpacked? Unpacked and I need to touch base outside of streaming and making content, because we need to talk. We just need to talk and just have a session where we just talk about how busy it is to be a content creator that puts out multiple videos a week of cracking packs. People think that like cracking packs and making cracking packs videos are the easiest thing, and they're not wrong from the aspect of filming it and editing it, right? They are very easy to make. There's not a lot of editing that needs to be done, all that kind of stuff, right? However, it is still time consuming to make sure that you put out a video every day, right? Without any help, without any external help. So, you know, it's definitely a thing. Gamer Geek, getting 2 grab bags, but walking home with that Sunbird's Invocation. Let's see. First grab bag. Boom. First rare. An Avatar of the Resolute. Right? See, there you go. 10-minute pack cracking video. Takes 1.5 to 2 hours. Exactly. And a Brawl, Chief of Compliance. Scrounging Bandar. Rite of Precinct 6. Reclusive Artificer. Cyclone Sire, Weed Dragonauts, and a Tranquil Expanse. You're not supposed to get lands. Here, have a Dragon Lord Servant instead. And your foil is a Silent Departure, which is a sweet card, actually. Silent Departure is very good. And your common or uncommon worth $1 or more is a Gifted Aetherborn. Nice little vampire with lifelink and death touch. So Gamer Geek, that was your first grab bag. Let's pull your second one. Your second one, ooh, getting a mythic, Obnixilis the Fallen. There it is. Getting a nice little mythic hit from your rare slot. And a Pyrokinesis. Then your commons and uncommons. Exultant Cultist, Witness the End, Covenant of Blood, Briar Bridge Patrol, Rugged Highlands, Invasive Surgery, and a Chandra's Outrage. Your foil, let's pull this, a Subterranean Scout, and your common or uncommon with $1 or more is this one. It's a counterspell from Arcadian Masks. There you go. Nice little different art for your counterspells. I don't know if you run any counterspells, Gamer Geek, but if you do, now you've got a different art. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your patronage. And there you go. That is your grab bags for this month. All right, who's next? Matthew. Mr. Matt W. Mr. Matt W. walking home with that mountain from Unstable. Gets 2 grab bags. How about a Damnation? That's a good way to start, isn't it? Damnation's a pretty good pull. It's a pretty good hit. Silent Sentinel. Ghostly Wings. Keldon Marauders. Conclave Naturalists. Strange Augmentation. Reckless Charge. Reduce to Ashes. Your foil is a Yotian Soldier, or Yoshin Soldier. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more? Spirit Mantle. There it is. Your first grab bag had a heavy hitter in it. Damnation. Dang-nation, everybody. And your second grab bag, boom, is a Key to the City. And a Call for Unity. An Izzet Guildgate, which shouldn't be in there. Loam Dryad. Kozilek's Translator. Cliffhaven Vampire. Boulder Salvo. Naga Oracle. And Benevolent Ancestor. Your foil is going to be this one, which is a Perpetual Timepiece. And your common or uncommon worth $1 or more is a Pyretic Ritual. So there you go, Matthew. thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your grab bags, and damnation, you got a good pull. It's very nice. Right now, I have it set to the max of 2 grab bags. So I have some tiers on my Patreon that give you 2 grab bags instead of 1. And that was at request of a bunch of my patrons. They asked if there was a possibility that they could get more than 1 grab bag a month. And the thing about the grab bags is that they take a lot of time to fulfill. It takes a lot of effort to keep the box up and running. So I didn't want, like, when I first originally started the grab bag process, I decided I don't want to do more than 40 grab bags a month. That's essentially my limit. Like, if I do more than 40 grab bags a month, I'm going to have problems. I'm not going to be able to keep this box full enough, first of all. And second of all, I'm going to be spending all my time fulfilling grab bags and mailing them out, and I'm going to have time for nothing else. So I said 40 grab bags is my limit. And then now remember, this was about a year ago that I'd set this up. More than a year ago now at this point. And so maybe that's changed a bit. If people are looking to get more than 2 grab bags, they can certainly talk to me. Send me a message on Patreon. Tell me what you're looking for, and we can work it out, right? Anyway, so I've set it right now that there is a possibility of getting 2. It's a different tier, right? Obviously you have to pay more to get a second grab bag, because I can't just give you a second grab bag for the same tier price. It just doesn't work out. But such is the way of things, right? We are in need of some new bags. We're out of bags. We need more bags. All right, Travis is next. That's right. Yeah. So, Travis was walking home with that windswept heath. Travis, what's your grab bag? Your grab bag is a Midnight Oil. And a Brawl, Chief of Compliance. Very nice. Dauntless Avon. Ancient Carp. Wailing Ghoul. Wicked Reward. Nagging Thoughts. And an Aerial Formation. Your foil is a Fury Charm from Iconic Masters. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is a Lava Spike. Very nice. Can't complain about a little Lava Spike, that's for sure. So there you go, Travis. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. Let me... Come in. There it is. Boom, Travis. You are packaged up and ready to go, sir. Matt. Matt N. Or Matthew N. Or, as some of you may know him, Viking MTG. If you're not checking out his channel, make sure you go check it out. You are walking away with an Oath of a Johnny. And a Painful Truths. The Painful Truth. Woodcutter's Grit. Ruthless Disposal. Woodland Patrol. Cinder Barons, which shouldn't be in there. Universal Solvent. Plow Through Ratio. And a Smog Elemental. And your foil? Ooh, a foil rare. Look at that. You're walking away with a foil rare. Blood Gift Demon. Come on. Focus. Focus, camera. Focus. Focus on this. Not on those. There it is. Nice little foil Blood Gift Demon. There it is. Can't complain about that. He does. He absolutely does. And you're walking away with an Inquisition of Kozilek as your common or uncommon worth $1 or more. We need to put in some... I'm gonna have to put in some work here and get some new rares and things added to this box. I got some interesting things that I can add into this box coming up. So you just saw someone walk away with that Damnation. I think it was Matthew W. walked away with that Damnation. There are some more fetch lands in here, and there are a couple more mythics and things that are of interesting note and such. But as you can see, we're getting a little low here. So Lucas is next. Lucas is walking away with that Full Art Island from Unstable. Walking away with a Giant Solifuge. And an Abbot of Carroll Keep. A Stromkirk Mentor. A Clear Shot. Hungering Yeti. Shivan of Fury and Fury's Fire. Everflame Eidolon. And Into the Fray. And you're getting a foil prized unicorn. And an animate dead as your common or uncommon worth $1 or more. There you go, Lucas. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. I know you asked me on Discord when I was going to be doing this, and I told you it would be Sunday, and I'm sorry that you're not here. I apologize, but you'll be able to watch this video, and hopefully you'll see what you got. What do I think of the new cards? All right. Thanks, Unpacked. Enjoy your content creation. Guys, go check out Unpack's channel if you haven't already. He's a great guy. He does a lot of good stuff. He just started his Patreon. Go check it out as well if you're interested. What do I think of the new cards that were leaked? The cards where they sent them out to people. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I talked about many, many times how I probably wasn't going to buy a Mythic Edition box of Guilds of Ravnica because I thought it wasn't a very good way of promoting the product. It was sort of disconnected from the stores who have been keeping the game alive for the past 25 years. And it was a big disservice to the fans and to the people who help support the game, in my opinion. That being said, when all the hype started to settle down and they talked about the day that it was going to be released, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to buy 2 boxes because that was the limit you could get. I was like, I'm going to try to buy 2 boxes because why not? Right? I'm going to try to get them. If I can get them, great. Then I can like give them away, or I can do something with them like for charity or something. Like, essentially I can have them to do something with that helps the community, right? Like basically do a giveaway where I give away one of each of the Planeswalkers to, you know, one of my patrons each month or something along those lines. So I tried to order them and I had a hell of a time. Like it, you know, I think my payment got processed 4 times, right? It got processed like 4 or 5 times. I saw it hit my bank account that many times and then get refunded immediately. But then I got a confirmation code. But then I got an email from them like a week later saying, by the way, we're not going to be able to honor your order. And I was like, okay. So then they were like, someone will be in contact with you. So someone contacted me and was like, oh, you can order 1, but you can't have the 2 that you asked for. And I was like, well, I mean, the whole point of getting 2 was so that I could have 1 for my collection and 1 to give away, right? Like, that was the whole reason I ordered 2. And now you're telling me I can't. So, like, your whole process was garbage. I got a confirmation that I got the 2. You charged my card 3 or 4 times and then refunded me the money immediately. That's a problem on your side, not on my side. Like, what's going on? And then they've sent out this thing where they've, like, you know, they've sent out cards to the people who had bad experiences and all that kind of stuff. I didn't get anything. Now, that also could be the Canadian Postal Service being slower. I don't know. Maybe maybe something will show up in the next week for people in Canada. I have no idea. But, like, as to what I think about the actual cards that have been leaked, they look really nice. Whatever this is supposed to be for, I have no idea. But if it's another product that they're going to release only on the Hasbro shop, it's a very slippery slope. Very slippery slope. They're trying to be like, ooh, look at these fancy cards. Right? It's a slippery slope. If they're trying to get people to buy back in to buy it from our online store to get these special cards, like, and handing out these promos to be like, look at how fancy this is and all that kind of stuff, it's a slippery slope. Because people are going to be like, oh, I can only get it from you. Well, they look really cool and they're high-priced cards, right? Because these are cards that are of high value in their normal state. Now you're giving me a promo version that's full art and foil, like from the Vault type promo of a high-priced card already. Okay, so now how many people have this card? Like, I think I saw someone saying, you know, there was a copy of Leovold out there for $450 US or something like that for this one card. And people were like, no one should be paying this price because that's insane, because these cards are going to be available to the general public soon. We don't know that. We don't know that these cards are going to be available to the general public and how common they're going to be or how rare they're going to be. Now, the package that they're in, that the thing's been saying, is like it's the box topper. If that is related to how sports cards are done, that means that you're going to get one unique pack on the top of the box that has this promo card in it in every box you buy. Well, not everybody buys boxes, but there are a lot of people out there that buy lots of boxes, and so they're going to get a whole bunch of these cards. But if that pack is only one pack in every box, and there are 40 of these promo cards, if you open 40 boxes, you're not even guaranteed to get one of every one. You might get doubles and triples of some, right? So how rare are they? We have no idea. Are they all printed in the same ratio? Are some of the mythics printed in less ratio than some of the others? Like, none of that information has come out, right? So we have no idea. Like, well, yeah, it's supposedly part of the Ultimate Masters set. But if it's this box topper type thing, you'll only get one of them in a box. And so then the other question is okay, if that's what they're doing, how do stores handle that when they buy boxes and put them on the shelf, and they open up the box, and are they just going to take that box topper pack off and open it and sell it in the store? Is that the idea? Or is someone going to get to buy it? Or do they sell them sealed? Or, like, I guess it's at the preference of the game store. I guess they could sell them sealed, or they could open them and sell them individually. I don't know. Like, it's a very awkward thing. But to be completely honest, with that type of thing, maybe they're not even going to sell it at stores, right? Which would be the more concerning part. Jonathan's walking away with that Crucible of the Worlds. Let's get back into things. I know we went on a little bit of a rant there. We got Kirtar's Wrath from one of the Commander sets, and an Emra Angel. Double white rares. Esperzoa, Pristine Talisman, Mighty Leap, Lifespring Druid, Nature's Panoply, and Negate. Your foil is a Treacherous Werewolf. Look at that, Treacherous Werewolf from Judgment. Very nice old foil for you there, Jonathan. And your common or uncommon worth $1 more is a Searing Blaze. There it is. Hey, don't even worry about it. It's totally fine. We're here for a live stream. We're going to talk about stuff that's not going to be on point for the grab bags. It's totally okay. We don't need to worry. We're here for discussion, right? I mean, we're here to do this, but if you guys have questions and you want my opinion on it, ask. Ask away, by all means. I like to keep the banter going, so if you've got questions to ask, just go for it. Joe, my man, walking away with that Regal Behemoth. And a Release the Gremlins. Release them. And a Broodmate Dragon. And you're going to get a Corpse Connoisseur, an Ingenious Scab, a Goblin Striker, a Flame Burst, a Crippling Chill, and a Dub. Dub. Everybody. Oh, sorry, wrong song. Vampiric Rites as your foil. And a Chain Lightning. There it is. Thank you so much, Joe. I hope you appreciate your grab bag. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you get like a good use out of it. Thank you so much for your patronage. And we'll see you again next month. Bag. Come on, bag. There's Joe. Joe, my man. Carl. Carl's next. Carl's walking away with that Herald of Anguish. That Armament Master. Very nice card as well. And a Slayer's Plate. Look at that. You got like the combo. The combo grab bag. Look at this. Look at that sweet, sweet combo grab bag. This guy gets buffed for equipments. And then you get the equipment that goes on him. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. And it's like, what does it do? Yeah. Other core creatures you control get +2/+2 for each equipment attached to them. And then this makes 1/1 white spirit creatures. I guess they're not cores, but not quite. Blur of Blades, Vexing Scuttler, Self-Assembler, Rites of Intonation, Eidolon of Rhetoric, and Nivix Cyclops. And your foil is a Debtor's Pulpit from Gatecrash. And your common or uncommon with $1 more is a nice Lava Spike. There you go, Carl. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. I hope you are having a good month. I hope you enjoyed your box of Guilds of Ravnica that we opened for you last month. For those of you who missed it, we opened a box for Carl last month, and it had a foil Assassin's Trophy in it. Look at that. Sweet, sweet nonsense. Am I going to get the Ravnica D&D edition? So here's what I'll tell you about that, Jordan. I have not bought any new D&D things since the beginning of 5th edition, and that's because most of the time these days when I'm doing D&D stuff, it's online. In fact, any of you out there right now watching me on YouTube Live or watching this video in repeat, pretty much every Friday at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/MrBevers, we do D&D. We're currently working our way through the Curse of Strahd, and it is going as about how you would expect. How you would expect. Evan Costa is next, walking home with that Drowned Catacombs. What are we getting for you, Evan? How about a Necrotic Ooze and a Disallow? Very nice counterspell. Momentary Blink, Varika's Cure, Ancient Brontodon, Goblin Swine Rider, Aerial Predation, Magma Jet. Your foil is a Commune with the Gods. And your common or uncommon with Valor More is a Footsteps of the Goryo. There you go, from Saviors of Kamigawa. There you go, Evan. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. So to answer your question, Jordan, I will not be getting the Ravnica D&D stuff, mainly because I don't need to get it, because I don't run games. So if one of my DMs decides that they want to run it, then I will play it. But other than that, I will not be partaking in it, most likely. Mike V, last but not least, walking home with that Uncage the Menagerie and a Summon the Pack, double mythic extra pull, Endbringer, and a Yavimaya Coast. Can't complain about a little nice double land. Senseless Rage, Simic Guildgate, which shouldn't be in there, Certain Death, and Forced Adaptation. Rapid Haprodization, Rowan Cavekeeper, and Dutiful Attendant. And your foil, Mr. Mike, your foil is a Ghostly Flicker. And your common or uncommon, worth $1 or more, is a Terminate. Good old Terminate. So there you go, Mike. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much to all of my patrons. Holy moly, we did it. We got through everybody. That's all 25. If you want to be a part of the patrony, go ahead and check out my Patreon page below in the description. You too could walk home with a grab bag or a box or a bundle or whatever it is you're looking for. I'll open it up for you, and we'll have a good time. Talk about it. We'll open it. We'll look at it. We'll see what kind of stuff you could get. Right? I mean, lots of good things have been opened for patrons and boxes and things. We're gonna have to fill up this, aren't we? Look how empty this is now. Right? It was already only half full to begin with. I'm gonna have to fill it up. Absolutely, Arvagos. You can send me a list of what you're looking for. You can just email me at the email that's attached to my YouTube, or you can send me a message on Patreon, whichever way is easier for you. And just send me the list of what you're looking for, and I'll let you know if I have it, and if I have it available for sale, and what the price is. I'll tell you all of it all together in one response, so that you can decide whether you want to partake in the purchase or not. Okay? There you go. We're done. We're done. Holy moly. Look at that. So, is anybody else got anything they want to talk about? Anything that they want to discuss? There's a lot of people out there. I will just say this before everyone takes off, if you're about to leave. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you don't already. I would really appreciate it. I don't post a lot on Twitter, so I won't fill up your feed with too much stuff. But there are a lot of folks on Twitter that are showing the love to smaller content creators in the MTG community. And if you're not following those people, make sure you do so. Because they do a lot of good work shouting out all the smaller content creators, and there's a lot of them out there, and they all need subs. There are a lot of people that are under 1,000 subs that should be way over 1,000. They should be way over. They put out better content than I do. And I mean, I'm at 1,000, and I really appreciate everyone who's here and everyone who's subbed. I really appreciate it. But there's people out there that deserve it way more than I do. And they're under 1,000 still. So make sure you go check them out. You can check out the hashtag WeAreMTG to find a lot of the people that are under 1,000. Hey, Tony, how's it going? As for the podcast, yeah. Okay, so this is the thing, right? Is there's so many things going on. The podcast is still in the works. It absolutely is. We haven't recorded the first episode yet because the 3 people that I have that are supposed to be on the panel with me, we're trying to get everyone together at a certain time. Now, the podcast is only going to be half an hour to 45 minutes. You hear MTG Hermit is pretty decent, so there you go. See? Now, do you have a Twitter? Does MTG Hermit have a Twitter? Because if so, then he needs to get on the list of people that need to be bumped up, right? And also, you should be talking to Warlord Hank and getting onto the sub 1K content creator list, right? So, like, there's things, right, to help promote yourself. And these are, like, other people that are part of the small community. Things that are coming up for the channels. So, the podcast is definitely still in the works. Again, this is just like with the store. I want to get the store up and running. In fact, it's a line of revenue for me, so I need to focus on it. The podcast is not really a line of revenue per se, but I want to get it done. I want to start it. I want to get on it. Yeah, you did, Tony. I'm sorry, man. I didn't give enough notice, and I apologize for that. It's my fault. But such is the life of someone who never has enough time for anything. I just need to quit my job, right? So that I can work on everything else full time. Too bad I don't make enough money for that. So I can't do that. Holy moly. The podcast is in the works. I have the first episode pretty much fully scripted. And by scripted, I mean the responses are not going to be scripted. The initial, like the hosts, and I'm going to be the host for the first episode. The host is scripted because they have to have the information that's needed for the show. But the responses from the panel will be unscripted, so they will be actual reactions and responses. And so hopefully we can get some good stuff out of it. I'm hoping to get a good couple laughs out of it, and I'm looking to make it into like sort of a humorous podcast more than anything else. So we'll see how that goes. And hopefully we get there. We'll see. But once the first episode's done and it's out there, and depending on how well it's received, I've already been in talks with some other content creators to be on as guests. So I'm getting that lined up already. As for that, with Warlord Hank, if you don't know who Warlord Hank is, he is a great content creator. Working with his younger son, they've been doing a lot of content creation and MTG stuff over the last couple months. And he started up a new series called Have Deck Will Travel, and it's called, I think the name of it is Cardboard Paladins. And he has contacted me to help with that. So there will be a special episode of that probably, I think, in the new year, I think is when our plan is, where there will be a deck that's going to be showcased on that. That is going to be designed by me, which you guys have not really seen. I don't really brew. So that'll be an interesting thing. And so it won't be on my channel, but it'll be on his channel. So make sure you check that out. I have some stuff that I'm working on, and it's not content per se, but it is special thank you stuff for my patrons and that kind of stuff for the holidays. Now, I don't know what the mailing is going to be like. So, and this is, yes, that's right. It's going to be physical rewards. There's going to be something coming out to you guys with your December grab bags. That'll be a little bit extra, and it'll be a thank you for, another great year of content creation and support and all that kind of stuff. So, stay tuned for that. Get an idea on that. And I don't want to reveal it. I'm not going to reveal what it is. I'm just going to do it. And you guys will get it in the mail, and then you can be like happy or sad about it. I don't know. We'll find out. So anyway, as for the channel, there's not a lot more going on. I don't have a lot of other things planned. I mean, I have to start figuring out what I want to do for Fridays because I'm out of Guilds of Ravnica boxes. So this coming Friday will be the last box of Guilds of Ravnica, and then I will have nothing until the new set comes out for Fridays, unless I start picking up some other things to open on Fridays. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I do have some boxes of stuff that I could open, but anyway, we'll see. I don't know. I have my stuff set up for Masterful Mondays Season 2. It's ready to go. I have all the product. So I've got that all set up and ready to go. One of each of the master sets. If the new master set comes out before that series airs, that set will get added. That's just how it's going to be. So we'll do that and we'll see how it goes. Someone had left a comment and asked me to open up a box of Modern Masters 2017 on the channel because it was one of their favorite sets. I would love to. I would love to. But right now, for me, where I am, I can't get a Modern Masters 2017 box for under $600 Canadian. Which is insane. Absolutely insane. I remember when I was paying like $260 for those boxes. And that was only a year ago. Not even. Right? So the fact that they're up over 600 now is insane. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Won't be doing that no time soon. Which also means that after Season 2, there may not be a Season 3 of Masterful Mondays. I have some of the product to do Season 3, but not enough of it. Which means I have to pick up a bunch of boxes to get there. And I'll have to see if I can find them for a decent price. If I can't get them for less than $500 a box, I won't be doing it. It just won't. It won't be in the budget or in the cards. You know. Yes, that's a pun. I get it. Intended. Pun intended. It won't be in the cards to do a Season 3. So Season 2 for sure is locked in. I have everything. But Season 3 is way up in the air. Because I know I can get 25 and I can get Iconic for decent prices. Like they're still under 250. But Eternal is over 3. 2017 is over 5. And then 2015 and 2013 we won't even talk about. We won't even talk about those sets. But anyway, that's everything. That's everything. We're done. Tony, I know you missed everything, but we added in these deck boxes as one of the grand prizes. So in the grand prizes, for here, there is a Mr. B land. And if you get this out of the grand prizes, you get to pick one of these 3 deck boxes, and I will ship it to you with your grab bag in it. And that's going to be moving forward. So I got to talk to Rick, because I'm going to have to order some more boxes so that I can have more availability. But that's the idea. I think that's a cool little addition to the grab bags. Since, you know, everybody can use a deck box, right? Especially one that's nice and heavy duty. And actually, I didn't really like, I mean, let's see. We have a deck here. Okay. Right? I fixed the green box, by the way. Okay. So it does come apart if you shake it well enough. But I had to really shake it, let me tell you. Like, that was me being pretty forceful with it, to be completely honest. This is something I picked up from the professor the other day when he did his deck box review. Right? Because if I do this, if I just do this, doesn't come apart. Right? Doesn't come apart. If if I really shake it, it'll come apart. But I think that's going to be the same for most deck boxes. Have I ever made a Tron deck? I have not. I have not made a Tron deck. What's my Twitter name? My Twitter name is just MrBevers. Mr_Bevers. Will not break. Will not break. It'll come apart. It definitely comes apart. It has to come apart. If it doesn't come apart, it doesn't really work, right? If you can never open it, what kind of deck box is it? What? More just a block then at that point. The Twitter name is this. I'll put it in here. Mr. _ I'm reaching way over here. Where are we? Oh my goodness. There we go. Like that. Just at that and you'll find it. I don't think I have it open still, do I? No. Actually, I don't think I have it linked, do I? I should probably have a link to my to my Twitter in my YouTube description. But I do not. Right, because if I go to my actual page, right, it's this. I guess I can just copy it like this. Copy. Paste. There. There you go. Look at that. Got there. So yeah, if you haven't given me a follow on Twitter, make sure you do so. There's a lot of things. I basically don't really post much on Twitter at all. I don't really use social media, which is part of the reason why my channel doesn't really grow that much. Or not very quickly anyway. It does grow, just doesn't grow very quickly. It's because I don't really do the whole social media thing. I just don't. I don't know, never had. Never have, never probably won't. Right? Like self-promotion is not something I'm very good at. Because I see a lot of things out there and I see a lot of people out there that I see it and I go, wow, that's way better than I'll ever do. That's way better than I'll ever do. So then I just kind of get in that mode of like, if people find it and they enjoy it, they'll follow it, right? And that's just kind of my attitude. And I don't know. That's probably not the right attitude to have, but whatever. It happens. It happens. Now add it to the page. Yeah, I know. I need to add it to like my YouTube description of all my videos, and I need to add it to like just like my tail end, like my closing video, my outro on all my YouTube videos, and I need to add it to my Twitch page. And yes, I have a Twitch page as well. The Twitch page is just MrBevers as well. Everything is branded MrBevers. Everything is branded MrBevers because that's just easy. Everything together, boom, done. Right? Patreon's the same as well. Patreon is listed in the description. It should be anyway. It's also just MrBevers. So, like, everything is just MrBevers. In fact, Twitter is the only one where I couldn't get MrBevers. I had to get Mr_Bevers. Because there was already a MrBevers. And I was like, curses. Curses. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You won't see much, like I said, you won't see much, but every Friday I pretty much do a shout out to a bunch of other small content creators that I know put out good content. I mean, you guys probably saw my video a couple Fridays ago where I shouted out about 5 content creators that I really enjoy. Warlord Hank being one of them, Viking being another, MTG Canuck being one of my Canadian brethren, Kitchen Table Commander also being one of my Canadian brethren, and then Orzov Dunn, who does a lot of stuff. He actually does a lot of podcasts. He does a podcast called the 10 Street Hooligans, and he does a podcast about movies, and he does a podcast about cartoons. Like, he is an all-round great person to be following if you like any of that kind of stuff. He'll talk about actors, directors, TV shows, and then he does magic stuff as well. So if you like magic, he does magic as well. So there you go. Anyway, you're an imposter. Oh my goodness. What have you done with the real Tony? What have you done with the real Tony? Tell me. Alright, well, if I'm going to get these mailed out before 5 o'clock, I should probably go. Because it's going to take me another half hour to package all these up into the envelopes. And then I got to get over to the post office. And it is quarter to, well, 20 to 5, 10 to 5 now almost. No, imposter MrBevers. Oh, wait. Oh, and imposter MrBevers. You mean the MrBevers on Twitter? Yeah, that's true. The MrBevers on Twitter. Don't follow them. I don't know who they are. They're an imposter. Absolutely, absolutely, Tony. You're absolutely right. For those of you also interested, I will be at GP Toronto. I know Tony is making a trip up to the GP as well. So I will be there. A bunch of the Canadian content creators are going to meet up or try to meet up there. And we're going to try to do some videos and things of us there and hang out and play some games. So bring your commander decks, bring your standard decks, and we'll play. Chances are for me, I will buy some boxes and hopefully maybe we can do some drafts and stuff because I'm a limited player. I don't really do a lot of brewing. A lot of my decks are not standard or modern or commander legal because I don't play those formats very often. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will see you all next time. And as always, may your polls ever be better. See, we got there. We got the outro. It finished. It's done. Wait, can you guys still hear me? Damn it, I'm so bad at this.